If somebody has something to say, just say it, you guys.
I think she just has a real stank attitude since I got here.
And then,
Brandy.
since we got here, where's
First
she
of all, I have not. Cut it out.
Channy.
First of all,
Is you talking to me?
yeah, I'm talking to you. Stay in a child's place because I'm not even.
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. So, hey guys.
Good evening.
I was gonna say like, how's your week? But I just talked to y'all hoes yesterday. Ain't much
Right.
changed.
No.
I got a bra on.
Finally, child.
The girls said they love it.
The girls were like up in arms about it.
They were into it.
What episode? Okay, well, first, hey guys, welcome to Everybody Just Calm Down the podcast. I am your boy Po Theory.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Chantel.
And we are here to review Basketball Wives season
12.
12, episode 4.
No, it got to be more episodes
5?
than that, right?
I think it might be
Episode 5, right?
I think so.
Okay. Fact check.
Right.
I thought it was 4.
I need to write this down. Yes, it's episode 5.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, of course, the episode starts off with a magic show. He's doing 1,000,001 tricks. And it kind of gags me, though, because just looking at their face when he first came in and when he's about to start the show, Black people are the most... like, we are the hardest to impress when you first start something off. Yeah, you cannot sell us.
Yeah.
We'll buy from you, but you can't sell us. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Well, you can't also walk in looking like...
That.
Yeah.
I didn't see Chris Angel's like Michael. I didn't see Magic Show. I didn't see like Bart Wonderstone. I didn't see that.
I saw Skinhead. Your biker friends outside, ready to get us. Security. Somehow you got past security. Who knows? And so he does this really cool trick, and then Shaunie shows up, and Shaunie looks really good.
She did.
She looks good.
I was gonna say
nice.
she looks so old.
What?
You didn't like her face? No. Don't get me wrong. Do not eat me up for this. She looks really good, but I think, and where she's at in life, like her face just looked aged to me.
It's because she's lost. It's because she's very thin. That's what
she is. Very thin.
But she's one of those people. Like, for instance, I have the opposite. If I gain weight, it's going to go to my face. If I lose weight, it's the last place that I lose weight at. So in order for me to have like a slender face, I got to lose a lot of weight. And Shaunie probably has the opposite, where she loses weight quickly in her face. Because I do get what you're saying, like the gauntness. Yeah. But I mean, you can't help that.
No. And I'm saying nothing. She looks great, but I was like, Shaunie, she just, it surprised me.
She looks great, but she also looks old.
She looks great for an older woman.
Right.
She looks great for a woman of a particular age.
Oh, God. And anywho, Jenn arrives and the girls aren't here for it. Evelyn basically says that she thinks it's messed up that Brandy is forcing Jenn in her space. But what I find really interesting about that is, like, just like Jared always says, we know how these shows go. You didn't think that you would run into her when you agreed to this. Let's not make it seem like this was just out of the realm of possibility. Right. You got a whole damn camera crew coming with you.
When you decided...
You don't see this camera crew with me?
Right. When you decided to spend your birthday in Vegas where to get married.
When you knew that the was getting married.
Girl, like, well, it's official now.
Oh, yeah, it's official.
Yeah, because we saw them get their little license last episode.
Oh, God.
But when Jenn arrives, only Brandy and Jackie go outside, and they're doing their and then they're doing their little pleasantries and stuff like that. And Jenn asked her, what made you plan this B-Day at the same time? And she's basically like, oh, I just thought since I was already gonna be down there, this BS answer. And it's just like, girl, go away. Like, just cut it.
We're all in LA.
Right. But we're in LA any other time. LA's not New York. You have to genuinely be in the same kind of circle, and y'all go to the same places. It's not that big. Stop. And Brandy, the more this episode from start to finish, I was like, yeah, I'm done with her.
Yeah, this is not going to
I'm
be a
done with her.
good season for her. Like she's doing a lot. Like she's
And
becoming
sloppy too. Like
unlikable.
it's not, but it's sloppy and it was not likable, but it's sloppy and it's not done right. Like if you're gonna be super messy, like Jackie going out with it with you, technically Jackie should be in the same boat and has been, but Jackie knows how to play her cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
She
Well, there's
knows
a
how to do
kookiness.
this.
There's a
Yeah, well, that's what
kookiness
I'm
to
saying.
Jackie's
Jackie's been
messiness.
doing this for a long time, so you're like,
This
you'll take it with a grain of salt.
this feels nasty from Brandy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it doesn't feel good. Like it's
Mm-mm.
giving like that vibe. Do you remember when Kenya pulled Kim Phil's share? It's that feeling.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just
Weird, weird.
nastiness.
Yeah, it's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's more like nasty,
Yeah.
wicked.
Um and so I've always felt this way about Shaunie. Shaunie has always had mean girl tendencies and a mean girl energy. When she asked
Really?
saying, yes, have you not watched
Mm.
the show?
Right.
No, I have, but I'm shocked to hear that from you.
What do you mean you're shocked to hear that from me?
No, I'm shocked to hear that from you regarding Shawnee, though. That's
I,
crazy.
please expound.
I just think that she has this persona, and you have the tendency to go for the hierarchy. And I thought that you were going to be like, oh, no, Shawnee's always been a girl's
No,
girl.
see,
Mhm.
this is the thing. See, this is the thing that the girls always try to do. You can't apply one situation to a one size fits all. I already know who you're talking about. You're talking about Candy because I hold Candy in such a high regard. First of all, Candy is not throwing her money on the table. She's not saying she runs the girl. She doesn't think that she's above or better than anyone. I appreciate someone that has that amount of wealth and that
Mhm.
much clout and power but doesn't wield it in the way that I feel like someone like a Shaunie does. And that's why I don't really care for a Shaunie like that. Like we know that the girls are under you and
Mhm.
you show that they're under you and I don't like that. But
That's fair.
clocked you. But anywho,
Okay, relax.
Shaunie asks why does she keep coming around only to argue with everyone about her man? Let's be very clear. She was going to come around regardless. It's everyone else that's making her man a storyline, not her.
This is fair.
So why are you trying to put it on Jennifer? And then the crazy thing about it is you're an executive producer. You already know what's happening. So why are you perpetuating that narrative? That's not what's happening. I didn't like that.
Why can't she just be off the show and stay off the show? Like, why does this always have to pop up?
Like,
Why is
why?
she in the center of the cast photo? Like,
Mhm.
why did she go to like, she's so irritating to me. Like, if you're gonna
You
be an executive producer and stay off my screen.
you want her to be like Mariah from Married to Medicine,
Yes,
basically.
just disappear. Yeah, I wish VH1 would have did her just like Bravo did Mariah.
Unfortunately, I hate that they did that to Mariah.
Yes.
But this is the thing. They should have never gotten rid of Mariah because at the end of the day, the girls still came for Mariah. There wasn't like, yeah, Mariah had clout, but it's almost like some of these girls are afraid to come for
Oh, they won't. They
for
won't
her.
never turn on Shawnee. They will
So it's like
never turn on
if you're not
Shawnee.
going to be a part of the cast in a full way, get off.
Exactly.
Esther, get off
That's
the
fair.
pod. But Brandy let Shaunie know that she was invited, that Jenn invited her to the wedding, and Shaunie rolls her eyes. Again, very mean girl behavior. If you're the boss, you do not get the opportunity to behave that way. I didn't like that. Pick one foot in or 1 foot out or both foot out. Pick one. They bring up that Brandy has finally calmed down and Brandy just kind of gives like this, I guess this is like the beginning of us, like the first time in this episode, which will continue of her just having a nasty spirit. And her apology was just so garbage. And one of the things that I appreciated, and this was a common theme throughout the episode, Chantel's going to be the fan favorite.
She's a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
Like,
She's my favorite.
I've never seen anyone on reality operate like that before, where it's like, yeah, y'all argue and then y'all be back cool right after. That's not me. I appreciate seeing that. Now I do know that could go left and we could get tired of like, oh my God, girl, let it go. But if we're only seeing in the context of the last part of last episode and in this episode, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, agreed. Shanny really is that girl. She's the girl not looking at the camera, but telling us like, "Is this a joke?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, she annoyed me a little bit. I mean, I get it, but
Why?
then I just don't like the bitch that like refuses to move on and continue on with the night. Like even in real life, like yeah, you had a problem with her, but us as a group, like get your attitude together. We on the trip. Like you can't just sit here with a bad attitude the whole night or cuss the bitch out and move on. But
Oh, Jared, you'll be mad as we go out. Somebody piss me the off because I'll blow this whole shit up.
oh yeah, I'll leave you. We got to move on. One monkey don't stop no show.
Agreed. And be with the girl, but
Yeah.
don't let it spoil over to
Well,
everybody
don't
else.
let
I
it
feel
spoil
you.
to everybody else. No,
Yeah, that's the thing.
But did it spoil when Shani did that? I don't think that made everyone else negative though. I think,
No, I think
but
they
I
were
don't even
fine.
think she was negative.
Yeah.
She didn't spoil the group though. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
No facts. And so the next day, Ty and Evelyn are speaking, and Evelyn is upset. Well, like playfully upset with Ty
she was
for
mad.
going to the wedding. I don't know. It just feels like everybody's flirting with Ty, but I think that's just like what happens when you're around someone like Ty. Like it's just impossible not to flirt with somebody like Ty. Just the
Right.
energy that she gives.
I mean, and they're whores or reformed whores, so it's in their nature.
Very fair. Especially with somebody that can bounce a ball the way Ty can.
NBA to the WNBA.
Facts. And then Evelyn starts talking about Jen's soon-to-be aunt-in-law and how she keeps she keeps talking trash about her on the gram, and she's just like, "Oh my god, I don't have time to be dealing with nobody's auntie." And then Chantel comes into the kitchen, choosing violence, and says, "Who's cooking? Because we didn't get those tacos that were supposed to happen last night." Clearly throwing shade, right? Clearly throwing shade at Brandy.
Not only did she come in saying that she was starving, you came in from sleeping from a five-star resort. You weren't even at the house, girl. You went back to the hotel with your kids.
Right.
You came in choosing violence from that, and then coming in saying, "I'm hungry," but also who's doing the breakfast because she didn't have the seasonings and the tacos were never promised.
I didn't realize they never got the tacos. I just never ate.
Yeah, or they just never, or they probably ate something else and just didn't get that. But yeah,
maybe the magician made some chicken wings appear.
Child, who knows? But the thing that kind of threw me off about, because I was trying to think, okay, like Chantel is basically saying that she doesn't want to be around the women because they're so, like they argue, and then Brandy's being weird and all that great stuff. For me, girl, what are you going through? Oh, you're muted. Oh, for me.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Girl, the phone was shaking and doing some weird.
I cannot.
I muted myself for a second to cough, and then I couldn't unmute.
No,
and
but the phone was doing like a weird earthquake. Like, girl, would you get the hand job? Like, what's going on?
I cannot.
Oh shit! I'm Danielle today.
Very Danielle.
Y'all gonna stop coming for me, and I did.
So what I found interesting about all of that was the fact that Chantel, even though having very valid feelings, she didn't even feel comfortable and her mother was there. You get what I'm saying? Like she left and went home and was like, she left and went to the hotel. And I could see that if like it was just you around a whole bunch of women that you're not friends with or close to, but your mom was there and she still felt the need to go. So it really speaks to what type of relationship that I feel like they have.
That bridge been burnt years ago. We saw that negativity explode seasons ago. We knew that coming into this season, even if you forgot what type of volatile relationship they used to have, we came into this season knowing that Jackie never even met her husband.
Which is insane.
Yeah. But I guess, hey, everybody's friendships or whatever, relationships with their family. It's always a little different. But they asked Chantel and Brandy, are they okay? And Brandy says, I was good after I said everything. And Chantel says, well, it's usually the ones that started everything that says they're good first, which is very true. And then Jackie and Chantel separate and they start talking about the altercation, and Chantel basically lets her know that, like, Mom, I'm not like you. I just can't get over things like that. And my note after that was just like, girl, I'm really loving Chantel because that's my energy. especially like when I can't like it's not that it's hard for me to get over it. It's more so it's like you don't deserve me to be over it yet. I want you to feel a way about it. And I know
No.
that's not proper, but who cares at this point?
No, but I think coming into I feel like us coming in like millennials are a very specific generation where breaking generational curses is a thing. Where we are very much so have traditions of our parents, but there are some things that we need to separate, and we realize that those things are just kind of weird, and we don't have to accept that into this life. And I think that's why Shani is really relatable to me per se. I can't speak for you guys, but it's really relatable because it's like, girl, you don't have to be around these girls just because you've been filming with them for years. After that, you don't have to. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to be friends with them outside of this. So again, I just think Shani being a super honest person, like I think she's gonna be a fan fave, but I do agree that it probably it may get dry and make
She
it
does
stale.
say, I think when Jackie was trying to defend Brandy, she says, well, she's going through a lot. And I love when Chantel said, look, we're all going through
Me
things. We're
too.
all women here. We have a lot of things going on. And the difference is I just choose not to take it out on people. And that is my thing. If I'm having a bad day, I disappear. The
Yeah.
last thing I want to do is put my bad day on someone else and make them feel
Hmm.
shitty.
Yeah.
I've never understood that concept, how people move like that. That's always been
Yeah.
odd to me.
I also too, the last thing I'm gonna hear about Brandy is her going through something with this same man that she should have left years ago. Like
Hello.
every
So
season, she's talking about how awful he is, and he's still
yeah.
around. Like, girl, leave him or not.
Why did
That's to
she
get off the pod.
now that's valid, Jared. But why did Jackie say that she's a basketball wife like us? Like that was supposed to mean something. Did you also hear when she said that part,
Well, that's
Jared?
the.
Because then, yeah,
It's like
you
a.
know, it's a
Oh,
sisterhood.
yeah, it's a sisterhood.
Okay.
What do
We're
you
supposed to
mean?
be a sisterhood.
This ain't no goddamn family. There are women that are experiencing have experienced a very particular lifestyle. And I guess they feel like because they are a part of a very small group of women that can relate, that's why they kind of like you know what she's going through, that type of thing, because they're in that world is essentially what I think Jackie is trying to say.
I guess. Well, her daughter shut that down, so that was over.
Right. So their girls are getting ready for the wedding. I must say Ming and Ty looked really cute together. Ty says in her confessional that she feels like she should have never told her that Brandy thought she was cute, and it's like, duh. Like,
Right.
I just, for the life of me, I don't, why you thought that was a good idea. Well, no, we knew what you were doing. You were trying to make her jealous. Brandy walks out, and she's doing a lot with that dress. I understand you're in Vegas, but that's a lot.
Just continuing to do the most.
The
Why did she
most.
wear that Kato fashion dress?
Girl.
And not even a wedding. I'm talking about to an event that's like not like the club.
Right.
But then, to be honest, once they got to the wedding, I couldn't even be mad anymore.
Right.
I now that is fair. They said dust follicles were going around.
Child.
When she first interacted with Shaunie, when Shaunie said you were in that to the thing, and then Evelyn was like, whoa, that hand got very close to Shaunie's face, and then she referenced like the thank you for your services. What confused me? I didn't think that was aggressive at that point. I thought she was being playful.
Yeah, I didn't get that. When they referenced the old clip, I was like, wait, where did that come from?
Right. Like I was very confused, but I didn't think that she was being
No,
aggressive.
or malicious in that, or that at all.
Right.
It could have just been kind of like feeding over from how she acted the night before. So now, if she does something
But
little, it's going to be seen as aggressive.
but
Mm.
but as this episode continues, what is the real beef between Shaunie and Brandy? Because Shaunie don't like that lady. Let's be real.
Well, I think she's never liked her ever since the whole first situation.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Okay.
And so they finally get to the venue, and it is definitely a Vegas wedding that they are about to have. It is a little chapel. From what the ladies say, it was extremely dusty. And I'm just kind of glad that it was just them there.
What the?
I was
Like,
shocked.
What was the big deal? We want to make it very intimate. Girl, you could have invited 10 more people and it still would have been very
Girl,
intimate.
there was more people that ate at Brit Edie's country club tobacco that was at that
Listen,
wedding. That was crazy.
this event was right up there. I'm like, we've seen two of the greatest events probably in reality TV
Of
history
all
within the past
time.
2 weeks, and that's why they're throwing out invites the night before.
A
Oh yeah,
mess.
you can come
Right.
too. You can come. She can
Right.
come.
Please bring that +1. Like, what? So the girls finally meet the auntie and uncle, and we find out that Ming knows the auntie, and the auntie comes in like extremely hot.
With them
Too hot.
crunchy ass, with that crunchy ass sewing.
Yeah, listen, for the life of me, I don't. You're doing a lot. You're doing like so much. Like that was a lot, and even when she came in, it was really interesting to see like when Christian came in and started kind of doing the same thing, and it was just like, oh, so this is a familial thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that, I thought, if he is a scammer, she know he a scammer, the auntie, and they okay with it. Because y'all came in on that, like that time that y'all was on, this supposed to be a happy, joyous occasion, and y'all want to essentially throw y'all dick on the table and say, anybody that got a problem, they got a problem. You and your, what is she, in her 50s talking about, oh, drop the addy, drop that. Who are you talking to? Like, who are you, who's giving you this language
Okay.
to say drop the addy?
Honestly, it was honestly a little disturbing. The aunt was one thing because I was like, is this the real aunt or the play aunt? Because that's number one. Number two, the with Christian, I did not like at all. When I say that was nasty and wicked, that was weird. First of all, I don't like no man approaching no female about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And for you to try to fake check me in front of 8 people is sick. Because that's exactly what you tried to do.
I went back and forth about that. I went back and forth about that, trying to figure out like where would that be appropriate. And then I was like, well, you know, they are talking trash about him. But then it hit me and I said, well, it's her friends that are talking trash. These aren't strangers. These are her friends. And so it's up to her, it's up to Jenn to address it. And any communication that he would have with her friends would be, hey, let's have a dinner so I can explain to you everything that is going on so you can feel more comfortable with me being around your friends. You don't walk up on a woman talking the way he was talking like that. Like you just...
It was weird.
At your wedding.
At your wedding. And it wasn't weird. It was rude. Because we got to start putting words on... Because I'm afraid. I'm not sure afraid for humanity.
Oh.
When it comes to the word weird. Me and Danielle joke about it at work all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of the white people we work with, they always say weird. And it's like, I feel like it's translating to a lot of pockets of society where people are saying weird. I'm like, no. What is, put another word on it, because weird can mean a lot of different things. I want to know exactly what you feel about it, but that's a side note. But to do that at your wedding is crazy.
What's up with the people sabotaging their own events? They keep doing their own events. Like, how about we go to somebody else's and start something, not start something at the event that belongs to you? When did we start doing that to our own events? Because that's actually weird to me. Like, I don't get it.
It's a lot, but I guess they come to terms and everything's fine. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm skipping a part. When the auntie brought up Evelyn having something, she needs to visit a gynecologist.
Yeah, you have to go to a gynecologist.
That's a lot. I just felt like that was a lot to say on national television about someone that you really don't know. Just like, okay, even if you just blowing smoke, when you say you're doing your research, people are going to assume that Jennifer told you something. And that's probably not even the case.
I mean, I just feel like that was an easy line to go to. We all know Evelyn was a whore. We could say anything about her vagina. Yeah.
That's fair.
But the wedding ensues. We have a little Elvis. They say their weird vows and they kiss. That kiss was extremely awkward. Not a fan. You know who he reminds me of?
Oh.
He reminds me of Tracy Ellis Ross' brother.
Yeah, the one married to Ashley Simpson.
Yeah, the one that was an ATL.
Evan.
Evan Ross.
Yeah, he got a little dainty voice like that too.
Oh, he
Mm,
does.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
What's the name? What's his name? From Married to Medicine, Quad ex-husband. They got that
Oh,
same
Dr.
kind of
Oh,
Greg.
voice.
Dr.
Nah, he
Yeah.
J.
not as bad as Dr. Greg.
Now that's a dainty voice.
Yeah. Oof.
Mm.
And so we get to the other crew, and they're going to like this adrenaline thingy or whatever the case may be, which looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
After everything was done, Evelyn says that Chantel has been a breath of fresh air, which I definitely agree with. Evelyn tells Shaunie that Chantel hasn't introduced her husband to Jackie, and obviously everybody found that really, really interesting. And it's funny because I think Evelyn and Shaunie are viewing it from the standpoint of, wow, with Jackie being the way she is, how did she let that slide? But it seems like there's a level of like they said, it's some boundaries that need to be upheld. And then they kind of allude to kind of like, you know, how Jackie's like was on the road a lot. I don't know if y'all know the history of the Doug and Jackie Christie. Doug couldn't go to any away game without Jackie on his hip. Like, I'm leaving the kids. My husband ain't cheating on me. Like, that's how she was like back in the day.
Well, you can tell that now from all they get married every year. I mean, she's not playing. I mean, we know how psycho she is about Doug. She don't play about him.
Right. And it seems like, it's kind of almost like they're alluding to the fact that Jackie may not have been the best mom. And so then we move over to the birthday dinner. Evelyn and Jennifer used to be my favorite reality stars. Let me tell you why. They were the first ever reality stars that came on their first season dressed to the nines, no notes, makeup, the shoes, the hair, everything was on point. They weren't like the girls that needed to come back second season for a glow up. They came on the scene ready to go. I was so disappointed by that lace dress that Evelyn was wearing. What is happening? Like, they used to be like, I don't, and don't get me wrong, like Evelyn, Shaunie, I call it like the Toni Braxton effect, where Toni Braxton walk into a room, like Toni Braxton, for her being all of 4'2", she moved like money is dripping off of her. Like her energy, how she moves. Shaunie has that same move. Evelyn has that move, has that vibe as well, but only when Shaunie is not around. Evelyn plays number two real hard when Shaunie's not when
She did it this entire episode though.
Yes.
Like she was on Shaunie's eggplant.
Hello.
The entire time. I was like, I didn't even know she could be like this. Yeah, I thought that was so weird. I was like, wow, but you know what? Never bite the hand that feeds you.
Fair. Most steady paycheck she's ever had, y'all. But Evelyn, again, speaking to the gynecology of it all, here she go wanting to holler at the waiter. Like,
so
she was just checking him out.
That could have went somewhere.
Ain't nothing wrong with the little cute waiter.
I knew that's right. They asked Brandy about the dress, and Brandy's response was just a lot. Like, it was fine. Everybody thought it was fine. Everything. Let's like, whoa. Like, what, like, why are you giving all of that? Like, just such a nasty attitude.
Right.
But then Jackie starts to give the overview of the wedding. Jackie brings up the aunt and how she was waiting for the Addy for Evelyn, and she'd been waiting to pull up. And she brings up the gynecology comment. And of course, Evelyn is shocked by that. And then Evelyn asked if anyone defended her, and it got very quiet. Now, my question is, seeing as y'all got to see it, how it played out, do you think it would have been appropriate for them to respond or defend her in that moment?
No. I mean, what was they gonna do? Jump up and cuss the lady out? And they were all just kind of gagged by the comment. Yeah, I don't know.
And we've seen this time and time again on reality TV. You put us in certain situations and then you put them against a stranger lady who they don't know and what's going to come out of her mouth. You want them to say something in the middle of Elvis's chapel? Now, what was
Okay.
they
Right.
supposed to say?
Right. So an elderly woman.
Exactly. And also too, like you said, they don't know her. They don't know how she's gonna turn up. My only thing with that is when they were defending themselves, and I agree with Jackie. She said, I felt like if we would have said anything, it would have elevated it. And I agree with that. But then on the flip side of that as well, it's kind of like when Brandy kept saying, well, it was a wedding. Like we couldn't say anything. Like that would have been crazy. But at the same time, if you saw Christian and the aunt acted at that wedding, I don't really think y'all adding y'all 2 cents would have really been that crazy. It really
That's
wouldn't.
fair.
It wouldn't have messed up with the decorum of the wedding from
That's
that
fair.
standpoint. But I do agree with you, Jared, in terms of like they don't know this lady. It could have really got elevated in that way. But then the thing that really threw me off about Evelyn, which just felt extremely nasty and dirty, they said the auntie said it, and then you immediately throw out Jennifer's yeast infection.
We just saw this on Atlanta. You questioning me about one thing, and then now you throwing out something completely different that does not have anything to do with it. No, come for her.
Right.
But to your early point, Aaron, if the aunt spit out something like that, you're gonna assume it came from Jennifer.
But I would ask first. I don't know. I just wouldn't go. I wouldn't go at that. I would have ate the aunt up. I would have eviscerated the aunt.
Well, and you've been having beef with the aunt. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
She's been coming for you via social media this entire time.
So it's not like it's random coming out
No,
of
this is
nowhere.
not random.
So for you to like kind of circumvent the aunt and go straight to Jennifer and go straight to Jennifer is some crazy information. Let's say the next episode comes up, right? And Jennifer finds out what Evelyn said. And then production does a flashback to the auntie coming to Jennifer with some paperwork that she somehow found through some research or whatever the case may be about Evelyn. Evelyn is going to be wrong and should feel like, because she didn't do anything.
But should.
Right.
But this not even the first time she said something like that. Did she say something they were beefing years ago about Jennifer catching the STI in Vegas or something like that she brought up on camera?
She said a whole bunch of nasty stuff, Jared. We can't even keep up. These girls really friends? Let's be real. They've been going back and forth for 20 years.
There's just certain things that somebody would not be able to say to me and you come back from.
No.
Like I'm sorry. That's a lot. But
and they've been going back and forth for years on this, doing nasty things. And we all know there's nothing worse than a friendship breakup.
Fair.
You know the bones like I do.
Right. But Brandy says she was caught off guard and Evelyn calls it BS. Evelyn calls everyone fake as F. Like I said, I agree with Jackie basically saying that if she would have said something, it would have escalated. Then Chantel, after a hush falls over the crowd, Chantel says, so can I ask just why did we come to Vegas? And they say it's for Evelyn. They say it was for Evelyn's birthday. And Chantel says she doesn't feel it was executed and the energy has been weird. And then Shaunie out of nowhere just says, yeah, Brandy's attitude has been stank. And Chantel agrees and says it's been stank since the beginning. And then here come Brandy, stay in a child's place.
Ugh.
Ma'am. And I love Britt saying, she's not a child. She's not a child. I'm like, oh, girl. But let me be the first to tell you, the moment she would have said, stay in a child's place, I said, I would have came back to her and said, who knows? I would have found a way to tie it into all the infidelity. I don't know. But here I go being a hypocrite.
Right.
Because I got a problem when it was done to Angela. But I would have found a way. Well, actually, no. The only reason I'm doing that to you because I saw you crying on Iyanla about it. So I know that's gonna hit you. Oh,
she was on Iyanla too?
Yeah, she needed her to fix the life.
What a loser. And she's still with him?
Yes, girl. And basically that was the end of the episode. So let's get into our favorite segment of the show. And that is Who Can I Run To?
Oh, is it? Okay.
No, sorry.
How is it?
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. It should be no surprise to anyone. Brandy needs to calm down. She did a lot. I take that back. I'm sorry.
Oh, you doing it? No, you doing it? Take that.
I'm taking it back. Who needs to calm down is Christian.
Damn, now you want to say, yeah.
Because there is no reason that you should have behaved like that at your wedding, one. And two, there's no reason that you should be coming to your wife's friend in that way. It is for your wife to handle that. You are never supposed to cross those boundaries in that way. You do not speak directly to your wife's friends in that way. So it's gonna be Christian for me.
Okay, for me, who can I run to? No, who needs to calm down? I'm gonna give it to Miss O'Neill. Well, what's her last name now? Wiggins, Hubbard, whatever her name is now.
First lady.
Yeah.
First lady.
Pick one. If you're gonna be a cast member or you not, but we don't need these random appearances. Like, girl, just stay off the damn screen.
um I was actually going to go with Christian, but I was in the running with two. Auntie, I'm giving it to you. You came in. I didn't know if you had crimps or it was just the crunchy hair. So that was strike one. Strike
Oh my
two, you
God.
came in and you're using verbiage like Addie as if you were a child. I don't like that from a woman of a particular age. When you're at that stage in life, you should be holding the dog. You had your husband next to you who was zip zilch, didn't say anything at all. You should be staying and enjoying your time in Vegas and going to the off strip and eating a steak. You need to calm down.
She need to go to the Sizzler. I'm kidding.
She should have been in Atlantic City, really.
So that's what I'm
Somewhere.
saying. You weren't at the slots.
Girl, listen, like she said, she Bama born, Atlanta raised.
Yeah, I didn't like
Whatever that means.
Yeah, please don't claim Atlanta. Don't put that on. Don't put that on
Well,
us.
and I was like, that tracks. I don't even know what that means, but that feels right.
Oh, girl. But anywho, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Is it peace? Kidding.
All right, bye. What are you doing?
Uh-huh.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Bye.